I'm going to spend the next, 15 or 20 minutes answering all of your questions about hypopressives. So just a reminder, I'm adding a whole hypopressive section to Pop Principles. It's releasing this coming Monday. Right now, Pop Principles is $150, but I'll be increasing that price to $169 as of Monday. So if you want to get locked in at the $150 price and have immediate access to the hypopressive stuff, make that investment this weekend. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to go over it with you. So I'm going to talk about what hypopressives are and then answer all your questions. Hypopressive exercises or low pressure fitness. It's the only form of exercise that we know, or that we have right now, that actually activates your pelvic floor, activates your deep core muscles, but lowers the intra-abdominal pressure in your system while you're doing it. So even like a gentle TA contraction or stuff like that actually increases your intra-abdominal pressure. I remember when I was early postpartum, I went to PT at 7 weeks, and I was trying to do like a little bit of TA when I was doing my hip strengthening stuff, and it made me so symptomatic. And so my PT was like, stop doing the TA for now, do hypopressives instead, focus on the hip stuff and just exhale and don't even worry about what your abs are doing for now. And so I found hypopressives super, super helpful, A, for getting a little bit more connection with my TA, and B, for managing my symptoms. They were so helpful to do at the end of the day or after my workout. One of the most awesome short-term benefits, like immediate benefits of doing hypopressives, is they literally pull your pelvic organs back up into your body. I'm going to link right here a YouTube video. It is an explicit video, so I'm just letting you guys know. You need an 18 and older account on YouTube to watch this video, and it shows what looks to me like a 2+ prolapse during a hypopressive, and it is pretty amazing what happens. So if you don't want to watch it, let me just explain it. So you can see the prolapse there. The person does a hypopressive and you see the organ go up into their body, and then they relax after the hypopressive and the organ stays elevated. Pretty cool. Absolutely, this can help with that low urethra symptom. So for me personally, when I was postpartum, my biggest, most bothersome symptom was that stuck tampon, or just like feeling like there was something at the opening of my vagina. So I would always be like wanting to wear external support, or like grabbing and supporting my organs and trying to put things back in. And it was definitely my urethra. It was that walnut that was really the most bothersome, and doing these hypopressives reduced so much of that symptom for me, because that tissue isn't well supported by a pessary, right? Because it's so low. So like low rectoceles, low urethroceles, things like that, that aren't really well supported by a pessary, the hypopressives might be amazing for symptom management. I would say that the general population of people doing hypopressives, their goal is to increase deep core muscle activation, pelvic floor muscle activation. But I would say the main goal for people with prolapse is actually to have symptom management and pull the organs back inside the body, even for a short period of time. And what's amazing about the hypopressives is that for those of us who do get really symptomatic with even simple exercises, this is a way that you can start training pelvic floor and TA without that added increased abdominal pressure, so it's most likely not going to increase your symptoms. Yeah. So some of the other benefits, other than improved strength of TA and pelvic floor and symptom reduction for prolapse, is that hypopressives are going to increase your ability to expand your rib cage. So that 360 breathing, for those of you who have that really narrow rib cage, or you feel like you don't expand well into your back and side body, doing a regular practice of hypopressives will improve that. It's also awesome because it's really like a fascial stretch in a way, because you're moving your body and positioning your limbs, and your trunk in a way that elongates everything. And you'll notice when you get into these positions, like, wow, this part of my body feels really stiff. So it's also a really cool way to stretch. I find that for myself, I have a tendency to be an upper ab gripper, to have a lot of tension in my lumbar spine, almost like this compressive sensation. And doing this elongation and hypopressives is really helpful for me. Yes, hypopressives are totally safe for people who've had C-sections. They are not recommended in the very early postpartum phase. So that like 6 to 8 week mark, you definitely want to get cleared by your physician to resume exercise. And I wouldn't be doing them within the first couple weeks. But yeah, totally safe if you've had a C-section. Actually could be really, really important if you have a lot of scarring because of, like I just said, that lengthening and that stretching of the fascia is key after you've had a C-section. Are there any prolapses it's not recommended for? In my course, they didn't specify that there were certain organs, prolapse organs, that would be contraindications to doing hypopressives. I'm rolling out my butt on a ball, by the way. That's why I look kind of funny. But I have heard from some people that they were told not to do it if they had an enterocele. So I'm curious what you guys think. And if, I should talk to a couple other instructors who do hypopressives. But it was not made clear to me in my course that if you have an enterocele, you should not do hypopressives. I think the thought